All right, I've got a breaking exclusive for you that I got from our sources. The Austin Police Department, as we speak, is on their way to a hotel in downtown Austin to arrest the Liver King because he's been making a lot of bizarre, cryptic threats to Joe Rogan, and that he's going to come to town and fight him. And now he's there and has posted videos that are very, very direct threats. And so I am told that he's going to be arrested for terroristic threats. And that just shows how crazy society's going. In the videos, he looks extremely deranged with dilated pupils. And so we hope the Liver King gets better. But this is what is happening in America and around the world. We need God, folks. We need God. We need to get back to God. So we hope everything goes okay, and we hope that I'm told it's happening right now, so that's why we're waiting until we get the word it's already happened to upload this information. And of course, we're not telling you the locations so that people don't get in the way of the Austin Police Department, who also did a great job finding and arresting and indicting all four of the co-conspirators and charging them with capital murder that executed our reporter in a clearly racially motivated execution back in March. We love you, Jamie White. And we love Joe Rogan. And this type of craziness, for everything you hear about where Joe's being threatened, I believe there's 10 other cases where serious stuff's happening. Same thing with Elon Musk, and obviously myself as well. So keep praying for InfoWars.
Interesting.
Yeah, he said this has been happening all over the United States. It's probably the 5th time this week I've been challenged to Mortal Kombat by some crazy guy in the street too. So
You?
yeah, and right. My point is that this isn't a huge problem. This is a very unique thing that I feel like just happened, and Alex Jones is kind of acting like it's the norm now.
We need God. This person's under demonic
just
possession.
goes to show where we're at.
It's like, I don't know. Liver King's kind of a weird dude as it is, So it's like...
Yeah.
Anything and everything. Because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make videos to pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight. Honorable. And we don't have to pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us. And you don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did to give you something to fight for, because I have my family to fight for. And I'll die for them, you know that. And you're a black belt, but you've never come across something like this, willing to die, hoping
that's probably true.
I pray to God, because that's a dream come true. It feels good. And then the limbs, I'm fighting for my family. So limb. Go ahead. But then you have to contend with something else. And I weigh 177 pounds, an actual savage. And so at first you're like, fuck that guy. And right? When you all of a sudden he did get your attention, which I already did before this, you're saying, I'm going to choke that motherfucker, that piece of fucking shit, I'm going to choke him out. That's what warriors do. You and Andrew Tate are good warriors. But you're actually better than that real tension we have. Comedy that you do is good and true. We have real tension. But what I see in you is comedy is good and true. Touch points. Well, people laugh. If we don't make fun of them at their expense, they laugh. You should all make fun of me. You should all make fun of me at my expense. Trust me, that it still works. And then you should get paid for it. And let's go. Because we're leaving. We're going to Austin. What was my very last point?
That we're gonna kick Joe Rogan's ass?
The real G said it. Oh, it's my speech. Justin Fitz.
He's got other people on board. This isn't even just like a radical him doing it. It's other people are like, yeah, that sounds right. This sounds sane. This sounds normal. Let's follow you to Austin.
Okay, real quick. P.S. What I'm hoping is that you, Joe Rogan, are thinking, I'm going to choke that motherfucker out. Lights out. I'm going to choke him out. And I kind of hope that if you win, that's how it happens. Because, to wake up from that dream, that's a good feeling. And then anything else that you could break on me, break it on me. I hope that you won't feel me tap. That's never happening, tapping. because I have something actually to fight for. Actually, that's my family. I have a principle to fight for. That's what I'm, and oh, well, what if he actually does what he's saying? What if that would be interesting? That would be interesting. What do you have to fight for? You're fighting. I hope you're mad. You should choke me out. You know how to do that. You're trained. You're trained. You got a black belt. Black belt in jiu-jitsu. I hope you choke me out. And if you don't choke me out, these other limbs will be interesting. Should be very interesting. That's the PS. It's just, I already thought about my game plan. I don't have a plan. I'm not going to train. But I hope you've been training. And I'm ready whenever you're ready. If it's tomorrow, that will be great. Let's do it as soon as possible. If it's not tomorrow, then just whenever you're ready. Yeah. This is actually happening. And just remember on the backside, this is good. It's fun. It'll be fun. It'll be like, there's real tension, real fight, no, shame on you, bro. Shame on you. I'm going to make you pay. I am going to actually make you pay.
What?
And what you pay will be donated to Good and True. So that's how barbarians bleed. The message.
It's strange to even,
It's in his mouth. What is it?
yeah, people are saying he's on methylene blue. I don't know if you follow that.
Oh, I've heard of it.
I think it's a mouth guard. When I look at it, it could. I mean, if he was taking methylene blue, his mouth would look like that. But I think it's actually a mouth guard. I don't know why he's wearing a mouth guard, but
Can you talk that well with a mouth guard in?
It still works. And then you should get paid for it. And let's go.
Then
Let's go.
it looked like it came out
we're
there for a
leaving.
second.
We're going to Austin. Let's
Was
go.
that it, or
Let's
his
go.
tongue? Was that his tongue?
Because we're leaving. We're going to Austin.
Oh.
What was my very last point?
That we're gonna kick Joe Rogan's ass?
Who's that? Like they're all on board. They're like, yeah.
Yeah, he has kids, but I saw someone at least in the comments said that that's not his kid. That's a producer or something, or someone connected to his. I want to say campaign, but it's not whatever this is. his coterie.
Adorable Waffles in chat says he literally looks like the meth head you'd find on the street, dude. For real, like especially in this video. Look at this. What are these sores on his face, man? That's like those sores that you scratch when you're high on meth.
Some of you know about Barbarian. It's a modern day rite of passage. It's weaponizes our young men with principles to strive to become something greater, more. Barbarian's a thing. Barbarian Foundation. You should learn about it. Super Barbarian is a thing too. It's really, really, really hard. And then after that, it's called Hell on Earth. It's 1,000 bloody knuckle push-ups from sunrise to sunset on only hard surfaces. And your 3 points of contact is the face, the chest, I think the belly. Yeah, the belly around there have to touch. And if the knees touch, that rep doesn't count. 1,000 of those takes a long time to build. To be able to do it, it's awesome. You should definitely not do it until.
So much of this seems like such a LARP, dude. Like,
But doesn't he seems like he's struggling over some of his words, doesn't it? Like he's not quite thinking straight. Like I feel like there's something going on with his brain. No, yeah, that's just something. That just
I don't know. Is he always like this? I never watched him. Somebody in chat who's watched him before, is he always like this, or is this new? Is this a new form of him?
In the last video, he got himself confused with Joe Rogan, didn't he? He started saying like, "That's what you would." I mean, that's what I would do. Like it's like it feels like he's not quite thinking straight.
Have you seen Liver King recently?
No, what's going on?
He seems like, I don't know, like borderline schizophrenic now.
Is that also, I think he was mentally ill, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, I would have, listen, let me just classify my definition of mentally illness as someone who lies. I think it's a mental illness.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think lying when it's really obvious.
Yeah.
You're lying about taking steroids when it's super obvious you're on steroids. You're 46 years old. You look like a fucking superhero. You're right. You're just super jacked.
Yeah.
You know, and then gets caught. Just guys, juice to the tits. Obviously, for a guy like you or a guy like me, we look at a guy like that like you've got to be on the juice. You don't even look remotely normal.
I like that fit.
It's like a yay thing.
It's kind of a weird fit, but I like it.
Man to man, I'm picking a fight with you. Yeah. I have zero training in jiu-jitsu. You're a black belt. You should dismantle me.
He's got a gun in his
I'm
hand
picking
now.
a fight with you. Your rules.
Golden AR.
Whatever you want me to weigh, I'll weigh it. I weighed 190 this morning. I'll come to you whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready to go. I'm on a vibration plate, by the way. That's what I'm taking on. With a real king, and then expect there not to be an actual fight, bro. The liar king, yeah. You can call me all those names, but the minute my family is received and expected a version less than what they earned because of the fucking Untold Truth movie, you're a liar, Netflix. Joe Floralman, who directed the movie, you're a liar too, you come back. Joe Rogan, you're not a liar. You're actually good and fucking true. A wolf, you're not really. A king, not yet, about to be. But you're good and true, and I'm picking a fight with you. I bet you $1 million, whoever fucking wins the fight between you and me, whoever wins, donates.
This is what he sees it as, the final battle. This is the final battle to reclaim my glory. And it's just weird that he's like talking about jiu-jitsu and hand-to-hand combat, but he's holding 2 golden ARs. It's like, okay. Holy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So the story on that is people keep saying that at some point he did a video where he said he got hit in the face with a band that snapped, and that it's not actually indicative of something malfunctioning inside right now. But that's just like a thing people are posting, and I don't even know if that was ever true. Maybe he said that and maybe it wasn't true. Maybe he is suffering some issues.
And then you can worry about me. This week you probably might need to worry about me. You probably need to worry about Joe Rogan more. You probably need to worry about other things, but... Where are we going, Adam? Austin, Texas, and who's Liver King picking a fight with?
Joe Rogan.
Everybody knows. Whoa. Just pulling up to the capital of Texas. Guess what? You're dead. You're dead. Because
Alright, so as many of you may know by now, the Liver King was just arrested in Austin, Texas yesterday for making terroristic threats towards Joe Rogan. But I think what a lot of people are missing here is exactly why the police arrested him for that specific charge. Because they wouldn't just arrest him for threatening to fight Joe Rogan. That doesn't really classify as a terroristic threat. In reality, I believe the Liver King gave away some key details in the 2 hours worth of manic vlogs he posted to Instagram in the last couple days. With the main piece of evidence being inside this mysterious box that the Liver King brought with him to Austin. But before we get into that, if you aren't quite up to speed with why this all happened, basically this whole thing started back in 2022 when Derek from the My Plates More Dates YouTube channel went on to Joe Rogan's podcast to talk about his bombshell expose video on the Liver King.
Hey, Derek, you know how I got so jacked?
How?
I followed the 9 ancestral tenets.
Oh, I heard that works really well.
It's the best way. There's no way you can look like that in your 40s. I mean, he's preposterously jacked. Do we have a fucking... now that we know that he's full of shit, we're talking about the Liver King, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people are like, what are they saying? This is all inside stuff.
Yeah.
There's a guy, if you don't know who the Liver King is, the guy calls himself the Liver King, and he's this guy who walks around everywhere with no shirt on. I've seen him in Vegas with no shirt on, big bushy beard, super jacked. And he was telling people that the way he gets that way is by sunning his balls. He literally lays down with his asshole staring at the sun and,
I want to try that.
Raw liver and just lifts like a maniac. And that's how he's so jacked. But it's preposterous.
So this was kind of the beginning of the end for the Liver King, since Joe Rogan and Derek from My Plates More Dates were the first people to truly blast the Liver King for being a fraud. And so quickly after that, Brian Johnson's brand and business quickly tanked into oblivion. So fast forward 3 years later, and we can now see that Brian Johnson...
His name's Brian Johnson too? Just like the other Brian Johnson, the health nut guy who's trying to live to be like 200 or whatever? Do you know that guy?
I don't. But...
There's like some guy who's like... he does all his crazy shit because he thinks it's going to extend his life, and he's trying to use technology and all this stuff to kind of... I don't know. I didn't know that they both had the same name.
has officially hit rock bottom.
Joe Rogan, you have to invite me, please, I'm asking, or else I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight for my family, for what's right, and I'm going to fight until... oh, there's a cockroach. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Yeah. Oh, there you little cockroach friend. Yeah. Oh, my friend. Do y'all see him? Yeah. Oh, come here, little cockroach. Record anything and everything.
Now he's
because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make videos to pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight. Honorable. And we don't have to pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us. And you don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did.
So he was clearly begging to be on Joe Rogan's podcast, but obviously Joe Rogan didn't even respond or entertain that in any facet.
If Joe Rogan has accepted the invitation for the fight, have I gotten his attention yet? Because my goal is I want your attention, Joe Rogan. I want to fight you, real tension. But I want to unite with you too, and you can release me of the actual physical fight. If you'll just invite me on the podcast, please. That's what I'm asking. Please put me on the podcast with you. Not to fight.
No. Fuck you.
Just to bond.
You see, Joe's already made it abundantly clear that there's no reason for him to ever be a guest on the podcast, since there's nothing that the Liver King could say or do to save himself or his brand at this point.
It's probably never going to come out.
Does he have a team?
Yeah, it's pretty elaborate. Like, his team was, he has a media team that he hired to kind of like...
Right, but they're just employees. Yeah. One of them came up to me in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of my security guards stopped him. He was like, I'm a producer for the Liver King. I'm like, what the fuck do you produce? What are you producing?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's not a movie.
Like, how many UFC events did he try and kind of like cozy up?
He was front row at one of my shows in Vegas.
Oh, damn.
At the MGM. Yeah, and then I saw him again at the Canelo fight. He was trying really hard to get on the podcast. And he's been trying really hard to get on now. He contacted a few friends of mine. And some of them that have, like Bert Kreischer, that had him on the show.
Yeah, he told me he's trying to get on.
Yeah, for what? For what? Say that more? Like, come on, this is dumb, man. This is a fucking, you ran a con game and you got busted.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that you feel terrible. I'm sorry you feel bad, because that's just what happens when you get caught lying. But you didn't have to lie.
So being that Rogan never gave Brian Johnson the time of day, Johnson resorted to threatening Joe Rogan's life, as the next day he'd post a video saying that he was going to the city of Austin with this mysterious box with Joe Rogan's face on it.
It's a real fight, yeah. And there comes bearing see if you want to see just a little. I might watch that. I wish, if I can live stream, that's what we'll do from now on. We're getting in the...
And this is where I believe the police had enough reason to arrest this guy. He only flashes it for a brief second there, but when you slow down the video, you can actually see that that is a firearm. And so not only does he have a firearm and admits to traveling to Austin to find Joe Rogan, he's also clearly lost his mind. I mean, this guy was literally chasing cockroaches around his house and eating random leaves in this garden just days before going to Austin with a deadly weapon in a box with Joe Rogan's face on it.
That's not good and true. Axe, don't eat them. Don't. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you don't have to eat them. Yeah, it's fine. You're doing your job. We're all doing our jobs. Cockroaches are like the Derek from More Plates. You don't have to scare them away. You just move slow.
He's just seething. He's just fucking seething because he got caught. Like, he's crazy.
Do you think he's having a mental illness?
Yeah, I think he's having a mental break because he got caught. I mean, dude, he's talking about wanting to have fisticuffs with Joe Rogan, and that's one thing. But then it's like, I have this box with a gun in it, and it's like, that doesn't follow that you want to fight him. You say you want to kill him, right? That's what you want to do. You want to kill him because he called you out and you got caught for the lie you had. Like, it's crazy, man.
The cockroach in that, it's like a mansion, right? But there's something about it that feels like it's
hollow.
And that's the feeling of when people are like in major debt, right? Where like they overextended, financially, and so I bet there's a hint of that going on. Also, his mouth. There was a clip earlier I didn't remember, but his mouth is clearly blue, so he's probably taking methylene blue.
May I? The morning dew.
So despite framing it like he was challenging Joe Rogan to a celebrity boxing match, I think the police believed that the Liver King had much darker intentions. Because when the Liver King finally made it to Austin, he threatened Joe Rogan's life on video.
Just pull up to the capital of Texas. Guess what? You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Because A couple of them. If you were to take a picture of this, what do you see? Technology? Technology. Technology.
And so the night before he was finally arrested, the icing on the cake was in another vlog he posted to Instagram where he'd hint that people would no longer see him after tomorrow.
And so that's what I'm fighting for. So it's just unwinnable for you. And park right here. That's not the secret. The secret is this. It's unwinnable for me too. Oh, that sucks, man, for you. No longer than that, I'm gonna record.
Yeah, that's sketchy. If he feels like he's in a corner, if he is that desperate, he might do some crazy shit. Maybe this will, hopefully not, but it could be a tragic ending to Liver King. Hopefully not, though.
Record a lot of videos with me, and then I'm not going to record any for a long time. By the way, I don't know if anyone knows, we're going to have free Wi-Fi everywhere we are. We're going to have free Wi-Fi, and the password for this week, only 1 week, is fuck you, Joe Rogan.
So I think it's safe to assume that the Liver King actually thought he was going to go to the mothership and use the weapon in that box, since Joe posted on his Instagram earlier that week that he'd be performing there Tuesday and Wednesday night. So then the very next day, he finally got arrested. And before he was arrested, his wife and his handler were obviously both afraid, in shock, and probably frustrated with Liver King, as this was the obvious result to what he was doing all those days leading up to the arrest.
We know
You're not going to stop recording.
No, I'm not. Let's just not have that on your pocket.
What? A Leatherman?
Yeah.
A Leatherman.
A knife in it.
I know, but it's not reasonable to have a Leatherman.
They're going to take it off of you.
Okay, keep protecting me like Peter Nemeth tried to. Don't say anything. You never have to be embarrassed of family. Ancestral honor, it's called reputation. We're the Liver King family, a real king, a real queen who's kind of scared.
He made his own merch for it.
Striker, he's kind of scared. Dad's getting arrested again. We've already been through it once.
Do you need anything else? Okay, there any second.
Just a quick glance around the room.
We need to talk as a family.
We don't need to talk as a family. We're gonna record everything. We always talk as a family. Talking is a lie to begin with. more time.
Whoa. I didn't see that one before. The wife saying we need to talk as a family, and then telling him to turn the camera off.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like,
But that confirms there is tension in his household.
and it's weird because it seems like it's like mental break mixed with publicity stunt, maybe in a way, because he made merch. He has merch of it already. Like, it's almost like it seems like he's trying to backed into a corner, and he thinks that this crazy kind of crash out is a way to maybe regain relevance, and it's kind of working, but I don't think it's not gonna last. We're gonna forget about this next week, and that's that. That's just not how it works.
So now he's being held without bond there in jail, which means that the judge believes that he's a true threat to society. I mean, you really can't make this stuff up. It's also crazy that he didn't really factor that Joe Rogan's friends with the mayor and employs retired Navy SEALs to protect him, the mothership, and his house. So yeah, this is probably one of the wildest stories to come out of this influencer space, and it escalated extremely fast. So overall, I think it's safe to say that this is the official end of the Liver King. But with that being said, that is it for the video, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think of it all, and as always, thanks so much for watching.
Liver King confession.
I'm making this video. Whoa. Clearly, I did it wrong. And I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids. And yes, I'm on steroids, monitoring names by a trained hormone clinician. Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness.
To steroids?
I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch this stuff, not gonna touch this stuff, never touch this stuff.
Wow.
What's gonna be crazy is if his liver fails, that will be right. Wouldn't that be
Liver
weird?
failure king. Right. Oh man.